life is too short to pay bills and die. Life is too short to pay bills and die. Life is too short to pay bills and die. Okay, what the heck is going on? Do I have all the answers? No. What do I think? Maybe we should all buy some land together, plant fruit trees, grow our own food, make our own medicine, barter a bunch, live in tighter communities, all buying land next to each other. Things are crazy. The average person is skilled. I know someone who has 2 years of experience as a welder getting paid $18 an hour. You can get that at a gas station. Housing, unless you are actively running a big business or having a couple side hustles, is unaffordable for most. And I know all my business guys on here are going to say, hey, the solution is to make more money. But at a certain point, it's a systemic problem where the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and then the middle class is gone. So we have the choice of either going out and starting a business and working for yourself, and then everyone else gets left behind, and then all of a sudden the country completely goes to shit. Like, that's fine. I need to obviously take care of myself first, but if everybody around you is falling down, then who are you going to be friends with? You know, what's your family going to be doing? Like, people I know have like multiple roommates, or like, I've talked to people that they said their mortgage payment on a 3-bed, 2-bath house 20 minutes outside of Richmond, Virginia. They bought it like 10 years ago or something, 15 years ago. They're paying like $800. I think the median rent right now, I think I saw this week, it was like $3,500 mortgage payment, $2,800, $35 something. Anyways, they were paying $800. Now it's like $2,000, $3,000. Insane. Richmond City, $2,500 for an apartment by the river. Like, something has got to change, and I think that life is so freaking short. Life is so short. Why are we doing all this stuff? And people will say, oh, we need plumbers, we need this and that. I think to a degree, yes. But do we need big industrialization stuff everywhere? Do we need to have people, like, what if that same plumber was just working, on like a cabin in the woods? He'd probably be a lot happier. An electrician working on a nice one single person's home out somewhere, instead of like some big factory somewhere, and everyone lived in closer harmony with each other. Like, what if, like, I don't know. I feel like we need to live more like the Amish, and they're not perfect for sure, but what the heck are we going to do? Because I feel like life is so pointless sometimes, to where, why are we doing all this stuff when there's, it's so hard to get ahead? What's the point of, like, and I've run multiple businesses, and it's like, in the end, like, what is there to show for it if, like, those around me are still struggling, and, I want to lift them up and they lift me up as well, and we go back and forth. But, like, I also want to be doing something impactful. I feel like you can make a bunch of money, but if you aren't fulfilled in your soul, I guess some people replace that with their family. Like, I want to be growing fruit for the people. I want to spread fruit trees everywhere. I want to be, having so much raw milk that my neighbors can have some. Maybe I'm in the raw milk business. I don't know. I just don't want to be doing the rat race. If everybody left their bullshit job and we all did something intentional with our time that actually improved the world would of course be a better place. But most people are so stuck in this hamster wheel of making money, they don't care what they're doing. They don't mind if it's improving the world or not. They don't mind if it's ethical or moral or not. They're just like, I need to pay my bills. And then all of a sudden, the world just becomes so much more isolating because everyone's worried about themselves because they're coming from a position of lack instead of abundance. But if all those people got the frick out of there and they started filling their own cup, and then we could fill each other's. And that's my thought of the day. Because I don't want to live in a world that is isolating and immoral and boring and sad. Like, sorry if this is like bad freaking news, guys, but like, what the heck is the point? In the United States, the community is like, it's not a lot of community outside of your direct family. And a lot of people's families that I know are really screwed up, unfortunately. I wish we still lived in tribes down by the river where we can hunt and fish with modern amenities. You know what I'm saying? I like, having a sink is cool. Having a shower is cool. That's my ramble today. things need to change. And on a small scale, we need to come together and we need to support each other as humans. We need to help each other get out of these BS jobs. We all need to be doing stuff, in my opinion, if you want to care about like the health of your soul and spirit. We need to be doing things that are worthwhile, things that are fulfilling. Like, and I would be fulfilled if I was, well, like, that's the thing. People used to be like generalists. Now everyone's a specialist. Yeah. So like, let's think of somebody who is insulating their house, right? You're building a house, you do a little of this, little of that, all of a sudden you're part of the whole spectrum of building a house, and not one thing gets tiring because it was something new every day, and you're pretty good at all of it. And when it was time to do insulation, you just had a little bit of asbestos in your lungs because you only did it for 2 days. But then you pick someone who is an insulator specifically, and they do the same crap every single day. And then every day they have to inhale the fumes of whatever spray foam they're using and have all of the fiberglass in their arms and stuff. And then the roofers are doing the same thing every day, and the plumbers are doing the same thing every day. Instead of like all being around each other and everyone's doing a little this, a little that, it doesn't get monotonous. And you know, any of the downsides, like people who are welding, maybe you just need to weld once a month and the fumes are okay. But then you do it every day for 10 hours and you start having lung problems. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I work on my truck. Do I want to be covered in toxic grease and chemicals and brake cleaner every day? Absolutely not. Will I get some on me when it goes past my glove when I'm working on it? Sure, but it's every once in a while. It's not a big deal. I'm just talking here. Things are crazy. Things need to change. I don't think the answer is who we vote for. I don't think the answer, like, that's all. What a clown show. From all angles, all aspects. Its system is jacked up. On a small scale, we need to, like, create businesses together. We need to, like, barter. We need to support each other. We need to all sit down in a room somewhere around a drum circle and figure out how we can help each other win. We should be buying things from each other instead of big corporations. And don't ask for a friend discount. Why would you ask your friend? I do have some friends like, yo, I'll give you a good price, give me my buddy. I'm like, okay, I appreciate it, but like, you have to make some money. They're like, yeah, there's enough meat on the bone. I'm like, cool. But if like if you're one of your friends is cutting grass, like, you should pay regular price or pay them more to help them. You shouldn't undercut them. Like, anyways, whatever. Anyways. Because then when you do your business, they're going to expect a discount. And then you're like, well, I don't have enough profit margins. My profits are only 15%. I just give them a 20% discount. Okay, well, whatever. Wow. And then that's the thing. I could say this and be like, oh, we need to come together. And then like the people who come together could all be like weird and you don't vibe with them. So we all need to be like on a similar level to where we can all vibe with each other and like actually create. And I found out that like people like that are few and far between, at least in the modern world, at least in America, at least on the East Coast. I'm sure there's a lot of people out. You go to Yosemite, California, and there's a bunch of, you know, like dirtbag style. That's not an insult, but just like dirtbag rock climbers. They like to call themselves that. And everyone's kind of on a similar mindset, you know what I'm saying? But like you go to like a general place and it's just like a mix of all these people, and like 1 out of 200 you could probably have a conversation with, and you know, out of those people 1 out of 5 are like going to be a really good friend. Anyways, I wish I was with a bunch of cool people right now brainstorming of how we can get ourselves out of the matrix. I have some of that online. The path isn't clear. Your own path. If you're going to follow your own path, follow God, follow your heart, it's going to be hard because no one has carved out that path for you. No one has maintained that trail. You're literally blazing your own. So if the path becomes easy, maybe it's because you're just really good at listening to your gut instincts, or maybe because it's someone else's path. Who knows? Hopefully that made sense. Something's got to change. Hee-haw. Just sharing that. Life's too short to pay bills and die. Think about where you are right now. Are you doing something just for money right now? And then you're going to keep doing that for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, or are you going to do something that's worth it? That's where I am right now. I could go back to Virginia and start my landscaping business up again and get some right now money. But then I would be back in it again. When I stopped that business, I thought, if I do this for 5 more years, what's going to happen? I'm going to have a nicer truck. I'm going to have probably some more clients, and I'm still going to be stuck in the suburbs. It was a temporary fix for right now. Long term, it's not the move. Now I'm out, and I have blazed a new trail, and I've started a business, and it's been harder lately. And I cannot take that temporary comfort of, getting that, and it's not a paycheck because it's my own business, but doing that little job real quick, and then all of a sudden you're stuck in the system again. I have to figure out a way to make money outside of the suburbs and the system, which I have done already. I figured out the way, but I want to figure out a more fulfilling way. I want to figure out a way that I'm excited to do every day, even when things are hard. Flipping land is cool, but it's not really fulfilling on like a soul level. And that was fine when deals were coming in pretty easy. Now that they're harder to find these deals, I'm like, whoa, I'm gonna do all this work and not get a return, spend another $5,000 a month on advertising and not get a return. Like, something's messed up here. So now I'm thinking about, while I'm in this space, am I gonna go to Montana and open up a healing retreat center? Like, gonna help my friend with one of theirs? Am I gonna go out and, I don't play the drums, but you know what I'm saying? And some might say, oh, like, trust fund kid. I'm not. All the money that I've made and saved up is from all my own doing. And I live in a truck right now so that I have more options to figure out and blaze my own path. I'm not paying rent and paying gas and insurance and stuff. And it's not easy, but I do enjoy sleeping in the bed. It's very comfortable. But I chose this. I chose uncomfortable and unpredictability instead of comfort and predictability and the security. I'm in a different place pretty much every night. And, I'm cooking on the tailgate of the truck. And, my family is a few states away. And my friends are scattered throughout the East. And I know some people out West. Like, you know what I'm saying? I meet new people all the time, which is really cool. But I wish I had a home base. And I wish I had really good people to share that space with. I wish we could all be abundant. So yeah, thought of the day. Hope you're doing good and every type of thing like that. And we're going to figure this out. It may or may not come from the YouTube comment section. Maybe I should open a Discord or something. But I feel like if I did that, I would have to have more of the answers. I'm just trialing and erroring stuff myself. So yeah, something's got to change. All right, my brothers and sisters, so long, much love. Talk to you soon.